I know that I am having a great time. Thank you so much for welcoming me to the Midday Hangout. Actually, it is the First Lady African Brat standing in for Ragkadiwama2k. Yes, I'm talking about Lerato Mahoy, who's not feeling well today. And she said that, you know what, First Lady, I commission you today to just go on and take care of my hanger-outers. And so to you, the hanger-outers out there, this is me saying that I am here and on Operation Tumamina, and I'm actually honoring what the Ragkadiwama2k said I must do here. Today, of course, it is a Tuesday, and it being a Tuesday, actually, we are talking everything that is social impact issues. And as you know, that on the Midday Hangout, each and every Monday, it is health matters, and on Tuesday, it is social impact issues, and on Wednesday, it is relationship issues that Ragkadi talks about, and on Thursday, it is ECDs and youth development. So today, it being a Tuesday, we are focusing on social impact, and today we are talking about a topic that is, I say, abandoned actually, because it's not something that everybody is prone to talk about. And as I was saying earlier, it is such a difficult thing to say that, you know, the one is most talked about than the other. And I'm talking about actually GBV against men and boys. This is what we are talking about today, because usually gender-based violence is just a human rights violation, which is mostly talked about when it's women and girls. But when it comes to men and boys, what is the mandate in regards to that? Especially what I'm interested in is your views on this one. I want you to go on social media platforms and send me a voice note and tell me exactly what your thoughts are in regards to this. Of course, GBV against both man and woman are a human rights violation and constitute a crime actually. However, the current gender-based violence framework is largely on violence perpetuated against girls and women. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Which is why we are talking about the spin on this topic today. This is understandable given the scope of the crisis and the worldwide perpetuation of gender inequalities, which overall result in women being more vulnerable than men. However, the challenge here becomes that with the dynamic that is largely mitigates the reality and extent of GBV against men and boys. Because now, what does that mean? If we're comparing the two, you know, apple to pears, what does that mean actually? Does it mean we mostly talk about women and girls when it comes to GBV, because it is something that mostly is experienced by that gender? Or is it because actually men do not talk about what they go through? So this is what I want you to engage me on today on social media and on WhatsApp by sending me a voice note or just a message. The full scale of GBV, specifically sexual, which is actually in short called SGBV against boys and men, is unknown. It is a hidden issue which many organizations are reluctant to engage with, and I don't know why. And I don't even know if I've heard of an organization that specifically deals with this type of matter, coming to think of it. Of course, you can give me your opinion and tell me that maybe, First Lady, you know what, I have actually, and I actually belong to that particular group. Complicating the situation is the opposition to the promotion of awareness of GBV against men, due to the misunderstanding that in highlighting the issue, it will promote just the misogynist agenda and distract from the severity of the crisis of gender-based violence against women and girls. So you're saying, is it your thoughts that if we talk about the other, does it then mean that we are minimizing the other? I don't know what your thoughts are, but this has resulted in a lack of research and a little impact and evidence to carry forward policies, advocacy and strategies to assess, prevent, and intervene in GBV against men and boys. So please, guys, do hit me up on our social media platform and hit me up and tell me exactly whose responsibility actually is it to talk about this thing. Gender stereotypes also perpetuate gender violence as well. You know, the 10 reasons boys and men do not report gender-based violence, they say that they are afraid of stigma, shame, their guilt, guilt, fear of ostracization, and of course reframing of sexual abuse as torture, and of course the criminalization due to the same-sex acts being illegal as well. And of course they're also afraid of the homophobic backlash. Also, you know how we are as a society. Actually, you know, I'm referring to things like Black Twitter. What happens to a man when he talks? A social prejudice, questioning of personality, masculinity, like if a person is masculine enough. So if a person is talking about it, they say that they're not masculine. You know, this also talks to our traditions and our beliefs and how we have been raised, actually. Non-recognition of females as perpetrators and intimate partners as well in regards to violence. Loss of access to their families as well is something that has been hugely disruptive and talked about. So whose responsibility is it to talk, to teach your men and your boy child how to talk about things that are impacting them, just as women are being prone and motivated to talk about what is impacting them? And I see Usihle here says that, you know what, First Lady, actually as a woman, I don't know whose responsibility is it for us to, is it the responsibility of the society or actually an individual to make sure that men speak up as much as women have spoken up? That is exactly what I'm asking at this hour.
And I'm really gearing up for a good season. If you see me turning up, there's a good reason. And I got this, watch me, television. Turn it up, everybody listen.
Listen, I want you to hit me up on our social media platforms and tell me if you are a brother if you are a sister to a brother, actually, or maybe a wife or a sister, or, you know, just a sibling or a friend, actually, who has come to you and talked to you freely about this. And if you are a man, are you afraid that you are going to lose your masculinity in regards to that when you talk about GBV that you have experienced in any form, actually? And to the men that don't talk, is it because of you are not used to talking about it? I know that batindota ifela ngaphakathi, which is something that is based on how people were raised, how the society actually norms have been just instilled in us. That's another thing. So it is, of course, a social impact Tuesday, and we want to know what is the way forward here. How do we teach our men, our boy kids, to talk about the things that are actually troubling them, instead of being explosive maybe in reaction, or actually maybe even in action, because they say that keeping something in will make you end up actually maybe physically attacking someone, or maybe being verbally abusive, or being abusive in ways that you don't understand and see if you don't talk about them. Right now though, it is, of course, Usisi from Annandale is saying that look at what is happening to SK Khoza. I think that it's one of the things that it's just an outcry to the public, and he needs help. So this is actually talking to the topic that you are talking to us about today, First Lady. Sisihle, I do agree with you, actually, because when we talked about our Twitter trends today, we were asking a very simple question, whether, we saw a tweet that said that it's so funny how you are laughing at SK Khoza today, but yesterday we were saying condolences to Ricky Rick, and he should have spoken up. But this is an outcry from SK Khoza, and you are laughing right now while he's still alive. What will happen when he passes?
Milk the cow, breast pump the C cups. I don't really take note of my divas. You need a platinum visa for my stroke of genius. I said bump the cheese up. Wife got her feet pups, nice her feet up. See why all them ex jumps on me mug. Lining up a Thieves Club trying to get free stuff. Yeah, it's cause you ain't bumped the cheese up. Told the brand manager suck my whatever starts at 6 figures, I'm in. What you thought, cause we got bars you can offer us peanuts? You better bump the cheese up, shit.
This, of course, is a reason featuring Tumi, Gingerbread Man, and Abatol as Mo. Bump the cheese up on this one. Prior to that, I played you AKA Shoma Josie, and of course, I gave you Maroon 5, Beautiful Mistakes. I don't know if you have indulged on a beautiful mistake today. Listen, it is just 11 minutes to your lunchtime. Hit me up and tell me what you're going to be having today at your cafeteria. Hit me up and tell me what you have packed on your lunch tin today. Maybe your bae, packed something nice for you, and wow, when you opened it up, you're like, those ones that go with the love notes. Actually, yeah, maybe you're having that type of Tuesday. Maybe your bae chose you today. So hit me up on all our social media platforms. You can even just snap your lunch tin or what you got at the cafeteria today while you're at work, or maybe at school, what mommy packed you. I know that mothers are actually even writing messages on bananas, actually, guys, to say that have a beautiful day, you are a star, and everything else, just to impact somebody's day that much positively. So yeah, hit me up and show me that picture. Just tag KCA Radio 107.4. It is the First Lady African Brett standing in for Ragkadiwama2k. Ragkadiwama2k. Get well wherever you are right now. We miss you, man, and the hangouters miss you so much. And thank you so much to everybody that sent through a message today, engaging with us. I know that Umapaseka as well was wished a very beautiful day by Cynthia from Standerton, and they dedicated a song to her, which is called Viva Legend. So yeah, that's what we like to hear. And of course, as well, somebody that came through and sent a message is Anele Lastborn from Mpumalanga, also in Standerton, saying that I'd like to wish my beautiful and a very friendly colleague, Sis Mapaseka Meps Apane, a happy birthday, and she is dedicating the song Jahim Remarkable to you. And somebody else that came through is also Mapaseka, saying happy birthday to you, Stando Sam. May God be with you, Tasekaya. I love you so much, baby. And the song Zonke Feelings is something that I'm dedicating to you. Of course, you can do just like these ladies have done and send through your dedication to us so that we can forward the message to the right people and make their day. We're talking about beautiful impacts today.
She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I believe in G-O-D, don't believe in T-H-O-T. She keep playing me dumb. I'm a player for fun. Y'all don't really know my mental. Let me